Yeah, a sales job, no experience. What does it take to get one of those jobs? It's a good question. You got to start somewhere. Entry level jobs, just keep applying. Like, I started off in sales when I was young, and it was an entry level job. It was a call center job. I had no experience. I applied, made some phone calls with friends I knew, and I was able to get the job. It was in New York. Uh, and I was selling like basically college tuitions, like convincing people, hey, let me at least have this phone call from like Phoenix University, the Art Institute, DeVry University, like all these like schools like you barely hear of that were like, I don't know, some of them were like not accredited. But anyhow, um, great experience. I loved it because there was so much money to be made, but it taught me a lot. Like, it taught me how to deal with like rejection, um, not taking things personal. Like, it's not easy. I get it, but the biggest thing why people hate sales is because they're either not good at it, right? They're not willing to take the time to practice and learn, and they just take shit personally. Like, the person said no, they're not interested. Like, don't get emotional about it. It is what it is. There's a million other people out there, right? You never know if that person comes back and wants to buy from you, right? Or just wants to do something with you because they like your personality, right? They love your honesty. Like, try not to take it personal. Um, don't beat yourself up because I get it. In the beginning, that's what's going to happen. You're going to feel that, but you're only going to be able to overcome that is through practice, repetition, constantly, constantly. Let's say cold calling for a job, call center, whatever. It's just constant hangups. They tell you to go fuck yourself, whatever the case may be. Like, yeah, it takes tough skin to get through that, but you're gonna get tough skin as time goes by, and you just basically enhance and better your skills. Like, it's gonna come down to that. Like, I don't know how else to explain it because I've been doing it for so long, but to me it doesn't affect me. Like, it's just practice, constant practice, not being afraid. Because what ends up happening is on these sales jobs, especially entry level, and as you progress in sales, you're going to start to learn to build a book of business, whatever it is, whether it's cars, houses, colleges, recruiting. Like, people don't realize recruiters are salespeople because they got to convince you why you should leave your current job for this new opportunity at a bank that pays, yeah, it pays more money. Like, that's not easy. You got to convince them why they should do it because not everybody's going to leave their job, right? Typically, most people try to stay in a comfort zone, right, when they should kind of expand. So, when it comes to those like entry level sales jobs and the constant rejection and selling yourself or selling a product or service, you're going to get better over time with your skills because there's only so many objections you're going to hear in that specific job or maybe even that field, right? Like, cars, not interested, right? I got to talk to my wife. The payment's too high. Like, you're going to learn how to handle those objections, right? Word tracks. Word tracks are basically what to say after that objection or complaint. There's a difference between an objection and a complaint, okay? Not interested. I got to think about it, right? Like, it's always the same answer, right? So learning how to handle that, how to answer those questions or come up with word tracks is super super important. It's going to be helpful. Don't be afraid. Like I said, entry level sales jobs, yes, they might ask for experience, but a lot of them are willing to take the gamble and train someone as long as you're interested and motivated. And I would say give it a shot. Like, just go online, go on LinkedIn, just apply, go on Indeed, and look for, like, even if it's a small company, if you can take the time and dedicate just 30 days, just do it for 1 month, like 1 month. Try to negotiate like at least minimum wage hourly because sales jobs are all commission, right? You're not going to get paid in the beginning because you have no book of business, right? Like, just say, hey, listen, if you could just pay me minimum wage for the first 2 weeks, I'll work 80 hours. I'm gonna give it a shot. You give it a shot. You get on the phone. You start calling leads, cold calling leads. Um, you're gonna start to figure ways out to make this work, right? Because we all got to make money. We got to pay our bills, and yeah, like I said, man, sales is it's a great field, a great skill to have. It's gonna get you pretty far in life, but don't be afraid to apply. Find those small little companies out there that just willing to give you a chance and show you the ropes, right? Some of these sales guys, like senior guys, will take the time out and show someone, right? If they're willing to do it and they ask the right questions and they'll sit there and watch them. Just write it down. That's what I did in the beginning. Write shit down. Boom, 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 boom. What did he say? Make calls. Write down exactly where you messed up, what you fumbled on, why it didn't go good. What could you have said instead of that? Like, if you do that, your skills are going to get better and better. Like, think about it. You'll be better than the guy next to you, right? So when it comes to these entry-level sales jobs, guys, don't be afraid. It's a good field to get into. I recommend it. You'll be surprised how much money you can make, too, depending on the field you get into. But like I said, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Until then, good luck on your job search. Don't be afraid. Like I said, go on LinkedIn, go on Indeed. I was a recruiter for like a little over 5 years. Guys, recruiters are great. Like, that's a great career to get into. You don't really need experience, because I had no experience. Like, literally, just apply. Look for an entry level administrative, or if you want to get into IT recruiting, which I ended up doing towards the end, which is selling IT services, IT staffing stuff. Take the time out like for like a day and just learn the basics of like programming languages, Java, whatever, and then apply for these jobs, right? Because when you go on the interview, they're gonna ask you, right? Like, do you have any IT background experience? And you'll say, no, but I understand the programming languages. So you'll understand what it takes to look at a person's resume and identify, okay, is this a good potential candidate that I want to select for an interview? Like, recruiter jobs are sales jobs. The recruiter has to sell the person, okay, on the other line, why they should leave their current job to go take this new job, okay, that's got a better opportunity and more money. That's a sales job, right? Because a lot of people are afraid to leave their job. So you have to convince them why this is beneficial for them and their family and their career. So like I said, look into entry-level recruiting jobs. These recruiting jobs will train you. They will literally train you. A lot of it is cold calling mixed with heavy LinkedIn messages, right? You'll go through one of their CRM systems like JobDiva. You'll look at some old resumes and you'll call them. Hey, John, I saw your resume. I have a great opportunity with such and such bank. Would you be interested, right? Are you currently looking for a new opportunity? You know, you got to be able to start that conversation, right? So those companies will take the time out and train you and give you skills to help you develop. So definitely take advantage and apply for those. Recruiters are great. Call center jobs. I would say call center jobs more with like warm leads is a good one too. A warm lead is basically a lead that's been qualified. It's not a cold call. You could take those leads and kind of just give them a call and nurture them, do a follow-up and see what's really holding them back. What's the time frame for that person to convert into buying this product or service over here that you're selling. Those jobs are great jobs. You'll learn a lot. It's a great experience. Face-to-face sales jobs are good as well, because what it's going to teach you is to kind of be yourself. You got to believe in what you're selling in general, and when you have a strong belief in what you're selling or the service you're selling or product, that energy is going to come out of your pores. The person on the opposite side of you right here is going to feel that energy. So if you're a good person, you have good respect, you strongly believe in the product and service, they're most likely, or the likelihood of them buying from you is higher, right? So you're going to learn how to bridge that gap, right? What's holding them back, right? What's the one thing that's holding them back from buying or selling something to you? So, like I said, that's where I would start. Go on LinkedIn, on LinkedIn or Indeed. type in entry-level jobs. Yeah, some of them are bullshit when they say, oh, you need like 5, 6 years of sales experience. Still apply, man, because a lot of these guys, they're not paying much. What do they expect? Like, if the person's applying, that means they're interested, they're motivated, they're willing to give it a shot, right? Don't be afraid. I hope this video helped you guys out. Like I said, I've been in sales for a long time. It's great. It's fun. You can make a lot of money. It changes your life. It really does. You look at things differently. You approach things differently. You speak differently. You have a lot of respect for the process and the people that do it. And business owners, because all these business owners have to sell, right? If they're not selling, their business goes down the tanks. Like I said, I hope this video helped you guys out. Don't be afraid. Give it a shot and see what happens. Try it out for 30 days. What's the worst that can happen, right? Doesn't work out, they let you go. But be smart. Apply to other jobs. Take care, guys. Good luck.